So hi everyone. Hi. I as well am very emotional right now. My story is kind of a little different as well. I actually am not a recipient of AccessUVA, nor do I receive financial aid. I do from the United Nations because my father works for them, so they pay 70% of my tuition, thank God, and I wouldn't be here without them, so shout out to the UN. But I do have to say that this talk today has just really made me understand the importance of education. I feel deeply moved today by everyone's stories, and I know for a fact that if it weren't for education, I wouldn't be in the situation that I am today. If it weren't for the philanthropy and the scholarships from institutions like Harvard, who granted my father, a poor immigrant from Sudan with $50 in his pocket, a full ride to Harvard Law, I wouldn't be here today. I'm sorry, guys. So I really just urge the Board of Visitors just to really take a look at what they're doing, and to really understand what it is, the value of having an education, and the importance and the fundamental human right and the necessity that we all have, like, for an education. And I implore them today to just hear our stories and understand that what they're doing is wrong and it's immoral above anything else. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Mo. So there's one thing that really bothers me about the current plan with AccessUVA. And it's something that I think we as students, seeing the Board of Visitors and their actions within the last couple years, we can predict is going to happen. When they cut AccessUVA and they put it on their website, when they advertise the financial aid package at UVA, it's going to be all loan packages, right? But that's the issue. Loans are not financial aid. Pell Grants are financial aid. Work study is financial aid. The old AccessUVA we had was financial aid. Do not call a $28,000 loan package over the course of 4 years financial aid, because that is not financial aid. That is a debt. And that is a debt I could get on my own. If I really wanted to borrow $28,000 from a bank, I would go there and I'd be like, all right, let's do it. I want to build on my credit. That sounds great. But it's not. I came here to learn. I came here for an opportunity to take classes. I came here for an opportunity to meet people that I haven't met before, to better myself as a person, and to better the community around me. And that's the issue at hand. When you deny low-income students that AccessUVA grant money, in order to pay off that loan, that $7,000 minimum loan, they're gonna have to take a part-time job. And it's gonna be, I just calculated, phones are amazing these days, you know? I just calculated, it's gonna be 940 hours of work per semester to pay off your loan at minimum wage. That comes down to around 40 days. 40 days of your school time here during each semester will be spent at your job. That's 40 days, which are taken away from all the other opportunity that we're here to offer at UVA. We have 222 student organizations which have over 5 members at UVA. Each of them serves a very different purpose, and each of them develops its members to its fullest potential. Yet at the same time, if you're working, you don't have these opportunities. And when you don't have these opportunities, what do you truly get out of a university if you can't develop yourself? You go to class, you take tests, you take the final, right? But honestly, who remembers what exactly this study said, or how to do differential EQ, right? Unless your job explicitly has that practice over the course of the next couple years after you graduate, you'll eventually forget. But what you will remember will be your experience here and how you grew. And without that, we can't call it financial aid. We can only call it as it is. It's a debt, it's a loan, and we can't stand for that as of right now.
Hi, can I hear me? Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Okay, my name is Ashley Blackwell, and I'm a third-year urban and environmental planning student. at the University of Virginia. I'm proud to say I'm a college student today because of AccessUVA. I grew up in a home where my single mother was constantly working 2 to 3 jobs in order to ensure food was on the table and that our basic needs were met. I grew up in a home where we lived on $10,000 a year and looked forward to 69-cent Taco Sunday. And when there was no electricity or water in our home, we would go to the library and I would enjoy learning there. When I was filling out college applications, we could no longer afford a place to live and became homeless until we found sanctuary in my friend's basement. All of the universities I had applied to were unable to afford me or offer me full grant aid, and I was not planning to attend college that year. Instead, I would have to work multiple jobs to help support my family before I could consider attending a university. I would soon get caught up in the lifestyle that I had been born into. AccessUVA gave me the opportunity to break the cycle of poverty by providing me the privilege of attending a prestigious university and obtain a college degree. AccessUVA also provided me with the opportunity to have a home when I no longer had one to call my own. The recent decision to cut the no loan policy means they no longer believe we are worth investing in. The cost of our presence outweighs the benefits that our diversity brings to this university. The decision to cut the no loan policy means that our hard work is futile and there is no escape from the lives we were born into. This recent policy change is denying students the opportunity to break the cycle of poverty, and that is truly devastating. My mother would tell me every day that she worked hard for me because I was worth investing in, and she didn't want our present circumstances to define my future. She told me to never let my background limit me, and that if I worked hard in school, I'd be able to pursue higher education. However, if I was applying to colleges today, none of that would be true, because no matter how hard I worked, I wouldn't be able to attend the University of Virginia without AccessUVA. I wouldn't be able to break the cycle of poverty. We must stand in solidarity as the voices for AccessUVA until the Board of Visitors reinstate the no loan policy, because we can't afford to ruin the dreams of aspiring, qualified students to break the cycle of poverty they were born into and improve the lives of not only their families, but also the communities they came from. Thank you. I'd like to introduce Stephanie Montenegro for the closing statements.
Hi guys. Now, as you know and as you've heard, this journey is going to be difficult and this journey is going to be long. And the Board of Visitors will not make this easy for us, but that's okay because we haven't had it easy before. We're not used to things being easy, so we know how to fight. And so, as you heard earlier today from people's personal stories, they're giving you stats and numbers, confuse you with all this facts and stuff. But you know now that AccessUVA has changed the lives of all students, of all different kinds of socioeconomic backgrounds. And to 13% of our student body, it has given us the opportunity to support ourselves and our families back home. Now, this means being able to take up opportunities like student council, other student organizations, CIOs to help our communities. It gives us the opportunity to do research and better our university, paid internships, unpaid internships, all these possibilities that are possible because of how great UVA is. Now, let's see. We're all here because we want to get the most out of college. We want the time to study, and that is the primary thing that AccessUVA gives us. The time to sit down, open our books, and get good grades, move forward, and graduate, hopefully one day. Now with AccessUVA, our beloved university was going in the right direction. It wasn't perfect, but it was going in the right direction. Considering a bachelor degree has lost its value, and we have to invest now in higher education, and grad school, and law school, and pre-med, those possibilities are often denied by those in low-income socioeconomics. I came here, I wanted to be pre-law. That seems a little too expensive right now. I have friends that wanted to be pre-med, and because of AccessUVA, they're like, well, I don't got loans from undergraduate, so if I get in loans for medical school, it'll be worth it. That is giving us opportunity. Now, low-income students are already wary about the cost of higher education. We know from our backgrounds that undergraduate school is not going to be enough. We know how hard the job market is out there, and we know that to us, when we're poor, big numbers like $28,000, that scares us. That scares us to our core. We're like, well, where am I going to live after I graduate? I don't understand. And so that is what affects to the low-income students. I also want to say that low-income students not only perform, like you've heard earlier, just as well as everyone else, but that is all due to AccessUVA, to being free from that hauntingness in our heads. We asked the university for an alternative that doesn't have such negative impact to us as students. We want more conversation. Talk to us about what we think is a good idea. Talk to us about our needs, care about our needs, and be able to continue to provide us with such an amazing education. Now, don't make us liars, because we stand here and we say, we love UVA. We stand here and say that we deserve people to invest in us. Don't make liars out of us. The net takeaway from the poorest of the poor, that is what their objective is. That is what they're explicitly doing. And we all deserve the education that we've been promised. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And if more of you have stories to share, more of you have, more things to say, please email us at restoreaccessuva@gmail.com. You guys know our Twitter account. Follow us on that. This is just the beginning of a long journey. Thank you very much.